Imagine a world where life stopped after sunset. No electric lights, no illuminated streets, no cinemas, no recorded music, no glowing screens, just darkness and silence. The modern world we live in today exists because one man refused to accept the limits of his time. A man who was once called stupid by his teachers, strange by society, and obsessed by his critics. History remembers him as the Wizard of Menlo Park. His Thomas Edison was born on February 11th, 1847, in Milan, Ohio, United States. From a very young age, he was different from other children. He struggled in traditional classrooms, asked too many questions, and had trouble following rigid teaching methods. After only 3 months of school, his teacher told his mother that Thomas was mentally slow and incapable of learning. Instead of believing this judgment, his mother, Nancy Edison, took her son out of school. She was a former teacher herself and decided to educate him at home. That decision changed history. At home, Edison was encouraged to read, explore, and experiment. He became fascinated with science, chemistry, and mechanics. He loved taking things apart to understand how they worked. Edison later said that his mother was the reason he succeeded in life because she believed in him when no one else did. At the age of 12, Edison began selling newspapers and snacks on trains. But he was not just a salesman. He turned a train baggage car into a small laboratory where he conducted chemical experiments during his free time. One day, an experiment caused a fire. The conductor threw Edison off the train, and shortly after, Edison began to lose hearing in one ear. This partial deafness followed him for the rest of his life. Edison later said that losing his hearing helped him concentrate better and block out distractions. As a young man, Edison worked as a telegraph operator. He spent his days working and his nights experimenting. Failure became a constant companion in his life. He lost money, destroyed equipment, and faced public ridicule. But Edison never considered himself a failure. He famously said that he never failed. He only discovered thousands of ways that didn't work. In 1876, Edison opened the world's first industrial research laboratory in Menlo Park, New Jersey. This laboratory became known as an invention factory. Edison and his team worked tirelessly, often staying awake for 20 hours or more. Menlo Park became the birthplace of some of the most important inventions in human history. In 1877, Edison invented the phonograph, the first device capable of recording and playing back sound. When people heard a machine reproduce a human voice for the first time, many believed it was magic. In reality, it was science changing the world forever. Edison's greatest challenge came with electric light. While others had attempted to create light bulbs before him, they were unreliable and short-lived. Edison tested over 1,000 designs and thousands of materials. He endured years of failure and public doubt. Finally, on October 21st, 1879, Edison successfully created a practical, long-lasting incandescent light bulb. Menlo Park was illuminated, and crowds gathered to witness the miracle. Night no longer belonged to darkness. But Edison didn't stop there. He understood that a light bulb was useless without electricity. He went on to design complete electrical systems, including power stations, wiring networks, switches, and meters. In 1882, he launched the first commercial electric power station in New York City. The modern electrical age had begun. During this time, Edison became involved in a fierce rivalry with Nikola Tesla, known as the War of Currents. Edison supported direct current, while Tesla promoted alternating current. Although Tesla's system eventually proved superior, Edison's influence and business power ensured his place in history. Edison also played a major role in the birth of cinema. He developed motion picture cameras, film technology, and built one of the world's first movie studios. Without Edison's work, the modern film and video industry might never have existed. Despite his success, Edison's personal life was difficult. He was married 3 times, spent little time with his family, and suffered from health problems. But his passion for invention never faded. By the end of his life, Edison held 1,093 patents and had conducted tens of thousands of experiments. Thomas Edison died on October 18, 1931. In honor of his contributions, lights across America were dimmed. His final reported words were, "It's very beautiful over there today. Every time we flip a switch and light fills a room, we are witnessing the legacy of persistence, belief, and relentless effort." Thomas Edison taught the world that genius is not about intelligence alone. True genius is the courage to keep going, even when the world tells you to stop.